How to act when you see an attractive woman. The art of seduction. No, not that kind of seduction. If you have ever read the works of the ancient Greek philosopher Epictetus, you may remember him saying, he is a slave who lets his feelings overpower him. Well, he wasn't talking about being overpowered by the sight of a beautiful woman. Instead, he was referring to anger, but it still stands. Let us explore what he meant with this quote and how to act when you see an attractive woman in more depth. When we come across something we like, our mind automatically jumps into desire mode, which makes us feel compelled to possess it. This could be anything from food, material things, experiences, or even people. However, the Stoics taught us that we should never let our desires control our actions because they can easily lead us down a path of unhappiness and dissatisfaction. In today's society, men are often encouraged to act on their primal desires immediately. But if you want to live a life of purpose and virtue, then you must learn how to control your emotions rather than being controlled by them. That means resisting the urge to chase after every pretty face you come across. As Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, don't be too quick to do what your emotions tell you because they're not always right. That being said, how should a real Stoic man behave when he sees an attractive woman? There are 5 things a real Stoic man would never do. So without further ado, let's dive into them. No, 1. A real Stoic would never lose their cool. It's natural to feel a sense of excitement or admiration when you come across an attractive woman. But a real Stoic man would never lose his cool over it. Instead, they would maintain their composure and treat her like any other person. Why? Because they understand that getting overly excited or starstruck by someone else's beauty is a sign of weakness and foolishness. To remain calm and composed in the presence of an attractive woman takes discipline and self-control. But the rewards are great because it shows that you are not easily swayed by external factors and that you are in control of yourself. It also signals to others that you are confident and comfortable in your own skin. No. 2. A real Stoic wouldn't be arrogant or overconfident. While it's important for men to have confidence, it's equally important to avoid being arrogant or overconfident. This is especially true when dealing with attractive women. Being overly confident can come across as cocky and boastful, which can be a turn-off to many people. A real Stoic man knows that everyone has value regardless of their gender or physical attributes. He wouldn't think he is better than the woman just because he finds her attractive. Instead, he treats her with respect and kindness, recognizing that she is a fellow human being deserving of dignity. This is an important reminder for all men. Just because you find someone physically attractive doesn't give you the right to treat them like a piece of property or to think of them as less than you. Everyone, regardless of their gender or appearance, deserves to be treated with respect and kindness. Number 3, a real Stoic wouldn't chase after women. In today's modern world, men are often told that chasing after women is the best way to increase their chances of success with them. However, this couldn't be further from the truth. Chasing after women is a sign of desperation and neediness, and it's something that a real Stoic man would never do. Instead, a real Stoic man knows that the best way to deal with women is to simply be himself. He doesn't try to be someone he is not or to pretend to be interested in things he is not interested in just to impress them. He understands that if a woman isn't attracted to him, then there's nothing he can do about it and moves on. This requires a certain level of confidence and self-awareness, but it's definitely something that can be learned. By the way, if you are starting to feel more confident and you are seeing improvements in your own life, I would really appreciate it if you took a moment to show your support. Doing so will help me to keep making more of these videos. Thank you. No, 4. A real Stoic wouldn't be afraid to say no. One of the most important things a man can learn is how to say no. This is especially true when it comes to dealing with women. Men are often afraid to say no to women because they don't want to hurt their feelings or come across as rude. However, this is a mistake. A real Stoic man is not afraid to say no to anyone, regardless of their gender. He understands that just because someone asks for something doesn't mean he has to say yes. He has the right to refuse to do anything that goes against his morals, values, or goals. This can be difficult at first, but it's important to remember that saying no is not selfish. It's a way of respecting yourself and your own needs. By saying no, you are able to stay true to yourself and what you believe in. And while it might not always be easy, it is always the right thing to do. And finally, number 5, a real Stoic wouldn't overthink things. Perhaps you have been single for a while and are ready to start dating again. Maybe you have recently moved to a new city and are looking to make new friends. Whatever the case may be, it's important to remember that overthinking can often be the worst enemy when meeting new people. If you're constantly analyzing every little detail of your interactions with others, you may come across as insecure or overbearing. Instead, a real Stoic man keeps things simple. He doesn't try to read too much into things, and he doesn't let his thoughts get the best of him. This doesn't mean that he is careless or inconsiderate, but he is able to strike a balance between being thoughtful and letting things go. By focusing on the present moment and enjoying the company of others without overanalyzing things, you can create meaningful connections that can last a lifetime. So brothers, remember that when you meet an attractive woman, it's not necessary to lose your cool. Be arrogant, chase after her, be afraid to say no, or overthink things. Instead, be confident, respectful, honest, and present. These are the qualities of a real Stoic man. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that you treat women with the respect and dignity they deserve, while also staying true to yourself. Now, before we move on, please take a moment to show your support. If you found this video valuable, it will help me to keep making more of these videos. Thank you. Final thoughts. The art of seduction is a tricky one, but it doesn't have to be. By following these 5 simple rules, you can ensure that you treat women with the respect and dignity they deserve. Remember to stay calm and confident, be honest and authentic, and focus on building meaningful connections. Don't chase after women or overthink things. Simply be yourself and let things happen naturally. With a little practice, you'll be well on your way to becoming a real Stoic man. And with that being said, until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, you are just one decision away from a totally different life.